Virgin Galactic is moving today. Why is it going up? Well, I've done some research in the break in between the opening and closing bell to try to find out why Virgin Galactic is moving. There's no particular reason. It's the markets. And the reason for this is on Wednesday, we've got the Grim Reaper. Well, why is that good for the stock? Because on Wednesday, we've got the Fed Jerome Powell. I'm predicting another pause. There is a consensus for a rate hike. I don't think so. I was right last time and the report before. It's having the effect. Inflation's coming down, and we are pricing in. We are pricing in now a rate pause, even though some are saying it's going to go up. However, watch to the end of this video and I'll give you a link. A couple of days ago, of course, we heard the sad news of Chandler Bing, Matthew Perry, sadly passing away. And I did a tribute with Tears in Heaven with all the images of his life. And we've used it as a book of condolence. It's been shared and signed all across X. And you can check it out. I'll give you the link above my head. Go and have a look at that and leave your thoughts for... good old Matthew Perry. What a sad story that was. Same age as me. Anyway, now on with the video. What always happens since I've been covering the FOMC reports and Virgin Galactic for 2.5 years, we can tend to get some volatility in an upward direction before the report. Then it drops as he announces and then rises again and then drops again. It's a very volatile couple of days. I think it's the calm before the storm. We're getting a rally. I think people are buying in and then take profit and it could drop. So be very, very careful. What I am doing is I'm holding my position. I've got my... let me go over to my main position here. You will see I've got my 4,216 shares again. I've lowered my average to 157. You remember I was at 162 a few days ago, so my average has improved. I'm down 6% here. I didn't buy when it was down this morning because there's no reason for it to pop up, and I've got enough shares, and I didn't buy Virgin Galactic as a scalp trade in the first place, even though I have to sometimes do that. I bought it as an investment to make $30, $50, and then ultimately $100. So I don't really care whether it's 150, 160, 180, 140, it doesn't really matter. But at the end of the day, if I know direction, more than likely which direction it's going to go, then it makes sense to trim off, buy lower. I mean, that's just managing your funds. However, long-term investing, I'm not looking to sell. I'm looking to hold my 4,000 and hold them long-term. And once we get above the $8, $10, then I don't think we're going to get dilution the way we originally said. I think it's going to come through partnerships, even though some people have come onto the show and said dilution's already happened. We all know which member that, well, wasn't one of our members. It was one of our guests said dilution is done. It's not true at all. There's no dilution at all. I feel comfortable holding this position. Now, there is going to be some volatility on Wednesday. We are covering the FOMC report live, as we always do. We're also covering the flight live as well on the 2nd of November. And we're also covering the earnings as well. Now, we're expecting a little nod on the earnings, a little mention perhaps, maybe not by name, but not my name, but maybe there's some mention or reference to the letter that we sent in. We've been given the nod that there will be some expenses cut, which I think is good. That's a catalyst for the stock. Things are moving well with Virgin Galactic. Rates are more likely to pause, if not then come down in the spring. But don't chase the stock. Don't get FOMO'd in. It doesn't matter whether you paid $150, $130, $180, $2. You didn't buy it, did you, to make a couple of cents a share? You bought it to 10x your early investors into a space company. Anyway, click above my head and that will take you to the FOMC report. I'll also put a link up there as well for the flight and the earnings and everything else. And over here, I'll post a couple of videos of the FOMC report and the flight. Make sure that you do join us for that as well. All right, as always, until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Go space.